to code without having an effective access to code? Can we ever actualize the
weaker section of the society and citizens belonging to.
So the faculty went in a jeep to the nearby place Keshiari and started the first legal aid camp with my colleague Professor Deepa Dubey and Professor Raju and all of us. That was the very beginning of it. It's a very interesting insight for the students because then they needed to also understand the local language, because what they study in the class to what actually happens on the ground, there is a vast difference in that. And intricacies of a POXO code, the human part, the DLSA efforts, and some of the students are also volunteers in that. Legal aid is a very important component. No eyes on some of the matters, and we've had some.
Saying to formally inaugurate
Peace Act 1987 more effective. Trevor Harris, Dean and Chief Justice of Calcutta High Court, was constituted in West Bengal to consider and examine the grant of legal aid to certain categories of people, including the poor, and the same committee recommended free legal aid for poor and underprivileged litigants. So what I would find that there is a lack of legal awareness. In fact, you will find that in a recent deliberation, Justice Lalit, who is the chairperson of NALSA, said that all over India, you will find out only 1% of the population are availing these legal aid services. Now, this is because of lack of awareness. A system cannot function or cannot claim, cannot justify its existence unless it reaches to the doorsteps of the poorest of the poor.
Asking the home authorities to depute clinical psychologists, doctors, mental health experts in those homes. I was really impressed by my lord's dedication, and with the Honorable Juvenile Justice Committee I had lot of exposure and experience in giving dedicated services to the home authorities and the
লিগ্যাল অ্যাওয়ারনেস কি বলবেন, প্রবনো কিভাবে হেল্প করতে পারে এই জায়গাতে?
আমরা যে প্রবনো ক্লাবটা আজকে তার যাত্রা শুরু করলো আনুষ্ঠানিকভাবে, সেখানে মহামান্য বিচারপতি সৌমেন সেন কলকাতা হাইকোর্টের তিনি বলেছেন যে মানুষের কাছে লিগ্যাল অ্যাওয়ারনেস কম আছে। তো সেক্ষেত্রে আমাদের প্রবনো ক্লাব, যেটা ভারত সরকারের ডিপার্টমেন্ট অফ জাস্টিসের একটা অনুদানপ্রাপ্ত সংস্থা, তো সেখানে আমরা গ্রামের মানুষের কাছে, সাধারণ মানুষের কাছে, নির্যাতিত নিপীড়িত মানুষের কাছে গিয়ে তাদের আইনি অধিকার সম্পর্কে তাদেরকে সচেতন করার জন্য আমাদের ছাত্ররা এবং ফ্যাকাল্টি মেম্বাররা আমরা একসাথে বিভিন্ন জায়গায় লিগ্যাল অ্যাওয়ারনেস ক্যাম্পের মাধ্যমে, যেখানে জেলখানাগুলো আছে সেখানে ডিস্ট্রিক্ট লিগ্যাল সার্ভিসেস অথরিটির সাহায্যে জেলখানাগুলোতে ভিজিট করে প্রি অ্যারেস্ট এবং পোস্ট অ্যারেস্ট পিরিয়ডে যাতে পুলিশ স্টেশনেও লিগ্যাল অ্যাওয়ারনেস সুবিধা দেওয়া যায় সে ব্যাপারেও আমরা উদ্যোগ গ্রহণ করেছি। তো এভাবেই আমরা এগিয়ে যাব, সাধারণ মানুষ যাতে তাদের অধিকার সম্পর্কে জানতে পারেন এবং সেই অধিকারের পূর্ণ উপযোগ করে দেশে মানুষ হিসেবে, মানুষের মতো মানুষ হিসেবে বাঁচার মতো করে বাঁচতে পারেন।
authorities and the children who are placed in those homes. We had worked for repatriation of the Bangladeshi nationals also during that time. Thank you, Lord. We go to the remote villages. We hold legal aid camps over there. We talk with the villagers there.
Under the community care legal assistance, a minimum of 2 villages will be adopted by the club for providing them with legal awareness and legal assistance. The pro bono associates will be undertaking field visits, organizing legal aid clinics and distributing legal awareness materials in various activities. The club also proposes to conduct online training sessions for students of various law schools and developing a separate curriculum for pro bono legal service. On behalf
of the battle of virtue, I think pro bono, we should take it up as a matter of virtue for us ourselves. The lawyer community needs to indulge in a dhamma ghosha today.
in this moot court room, we have assembled to witness the team which is supporting the motion will be called team affirmative, and the team which is opposing the motion will be called team opposition. There is a Bhuvan Ningania from the first year, Delhi. What?
senior lawyer, and in both the places they are kept away deliberately from the courtroom. They are not being able to make those skills to themselves available that will allow them to have a healthy law practice later on in life. Lawyers will be forced to go in front of the court and take up these cases, which will allow them, to sort of build up their skills ground up for a healthy, fulfilling law practice in long run. I am reminded, he said, man should be forced to be free. Do you know, community needs to be forced to be free. Especially the first generation lawyers need to be forced to be free out of this virtuous cycle that they have got into. There's law firms money in small cases to make in support of my argument. The usual perception of the lawyer community today, let's face it, is so bad that I'm reminded of an Ashokan concept of Dhamma Ghosha. What is Dhamma Ghosha?
Compassion for people. We are taught to be strong, but always trying to counter the idealism. It is still fresh in my memory, the case of spiritual explorers by Lord L. Fuller being taught by